Hello everyone and welcome to MCN Television. I am Reshma Kuttabashiri presenting you the news roundup of India for the past week, and you're watching India This Week. United States is going through a fierce situation in view of the shutdown. The reflections are also felt in India and elsewhere around the globe. First of all, highlights of India This Week. The former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in further scam. India's domestic air traffic rose 16% in August compared to the prior year. Experts from India might face a demurrage as US is on a shutdown. By 2050, India will take over China to become the world's most populous nation with 1.6 billion people. The sword of Tipu Sultan is placed on an auction in London. Singapore Airlines to establish a tie-up with Tata Group to tap the demand in India. The Ministry of Tourism launched 777 days of the Incredible India Himalayas campaign. The 5th edition of the International Sailing Competition inaugurated in Chennai. The actor turned politician and Union Tourism Minister K. Chiranjeevi resigns. Dr. Manmohan Singh government has withdrawn the ordinance to protect convicted lawmakers from immediate disqualification. BJP's Prime Ministerial candidate Narendra Modi's new mantra, toilet first, temple later, has put his party in a spot. Fluent signed with Malayalam actress Manju Warrier for online promotion. The former Bihar Chief Minister, Rashtriya Janata Dal leader Lalu Prasad Yadav was sentenced to 5 years imprisonment in fodder scam. The scam involved the siphoning of funds from the Bihar government treasury and spanned over several years. Lalu Prasad had to pay 25 lakhs as a fine. He has been disqualified as member of the parliament and will not be eligible for contesting elections for the next 11 years. Lalu Yadav has been found guilty of criminal conspiracy, corruption, cheating and fraudulent withdrawal of 37.7 crore rupees from the treasury in the 1990s. Another former Bihar Chief Minister, Jagannath Mishra, was also sentenced to 4 years imprisonment in this case. The fodder scam was unearthed in 1996 when Lalu Prasad was the state chief minister. He resigned in 1997 and installed his wife to the post. Notwithstanding the volatility factors, India's domestic air traffic rose 16% in August. According to statistics prepared by the International Air Transport Association, global passenger traffic results for the month showed a strengthening of the healthy demand trend for the last few months. Though there has been substantial volatility in growth rates in recent months, the year-to-date growth of 2.8% confirms that demand has been weak overall, consistent with weakening economic conditions. The capacity or the measure of the number of airplane seats in the domestic sector rose 8.5% over the last year, while the load factor climbed 4.5 percentage points to 71.9. IATA said the government growth remains a bright spot, with most indications pointing towards acceleration in the fourth quarter. In the view of the US shutdown, exports from India might face a demurrage. As the commercial ports do not come under emergency service category, there will be a delay in port services like clearing of goods from ports due to staff shortage. This may result in huge demurrage or penalty for exceeding free time allowed for taking delivery of a shipment. Indian exports to the U.S. accounts for up to 14% of the total outbound shipments worth $300 billion. In 2012 to 2013, exports to the U.S. were $36 billion. By 2050, India will take over China to become the world's most populous nation. A study by the French Institute of Demographic Studies revealed that the global population will surge to 9.7 billion people from the current level of 7.1 billion by the middle of the century. India's population will rise to 1.6 billion from its current 1.2 billion. By 2050, U.S. will have a population of 400 million from its current figure of 316.2 million. At present, the world's most populous country is China, with 1.3 billion people. According to the study, the world population has risen sevenfold over the last 200 years and is expected to reach 10 or 11 billion by the end of the 21st century. The sword of Tipu Sultan, the legendary king of Mysore, is placed at an auction at Sotheby's in London along with other royal treasures. This is the first auction of Imperial India by Sotheby's. The sword of Tipu, who was known as the Tiger of Mysore, is expected to fetch up to £120,000. Weapons, rare paintings, pottery, as well as jewel treasures that once belonged to Tipu Sultan, Deccan kingdoms, and Mughals, and among other royals, are included in the auction to be held on October 9th. The sword fitted with a captured English blade and decorated with Tipu's personal emblem, a tiger stripe motif. An 18th century diamond set, enameled gold tray and casket are estimated worth up to £300,000. Singapore Airlines is planning to establish a tie-up with Tata Group to tap the demand in India. As per the current discussions, Tata will hold 51% of the venture. The two companies entered into initial agreement for a $100 million investment and are seeking government approval to set up the full-service carrier. India has opened up its sky last year and permitted 4 airlines to buy the stake in local airlines. The new policy has brought in investments from budget carrier AirAsia, which also chose Tata Group to launch a joint venture. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs on the last day cleared the 2057 crore deal between Jet and Etihad. National Cricket Academy Chairman and President of Kerala Cricket Association, T.C. Matthew, said he will take up the matter of banned Indian pacer S. Sreesanth with senior BCCI member Arun Jaitley. Sreesanth, who is banned for a lifetime, has been maintaining that he had not done anything wrong and would prove his innocence in the spot-fixing scandal. Matthew said he would meet Sreesanth and his lawyer soon to discuss further proceedings in the case. The action against Sreesanth was taken on the basis of an internal inquiry by BCCI. India this week will resume after a short break. Stay tuned.